My dad was just of that generation where it's just like, he was Clint Eastwood, and less is more. Simple grunts is how he communicated.
The industry is now buzzing with interpretations of Emily's actions. Some see her as a hero, bravely stepping forward with evidence to defend her husband against what they perceive as baseless accusations. Others wonder if her motivations are more complex. Perhaps a desire to expose the unfiltered reality of star power and its potential for manipulation. Justin himself has maintained a remarkably calm public demeanor, even when headlines suggested he was somehow overshadowing Blake. He opted for strategic releases of unedited text threads, allowing the public to draw their own conclusions, and has neither confirmed nor denied Emily's involvement in the leaks. Industry professionals, usually tight-lipped about star behavior, are now privately voicing concerns. Some producers admit that while Blake's talent is undeniable, the rumors of secret recordings and manipulative tactics make working with her seem increasingly risky. Casting agents echo this caution. Nobody wants a production derailed by off-screen drama. Publicly, fans and bloggers initially sympathetic to Blake are now re-evaluating. The phrase "evil plan" even started trending online, fueled by the leaked footage. Blake's team, caught off guard, issued a terse statement about selective editing and incomplete context, a defense that rings hollow to many, especially given past accusations against Blake's side for allegedly editing texts to paint Justin negatively.
We always tease each other. He was, after I gave birth, he was like, oh my gosh, if I lost you and I, went to the park with our 3 kids, I mean, think of the ladies I can have. Like, this is a horrible thing to say. And he's like, I mean, I've got a long list. And I was like, oh, really? Because I just have 1 on my list.
Oh.
I don't have anyone on my list.
And then it wasn't funny anymore.
No, it's so much more of a burn. He's like, wait, who? And I was like, okay, think of someone.
Right.
Bob Newhart, I don't know.
From the outset, something felt off on the set of Justin Baldoni's latest film. Rumors began circulating about friction between the director and his leading lady, Blake Lively. Sources whispered that Blake bristled at Justin's extensive involvement. He wasn't just calling the shots from behind the camera. He'd co-written the screenplay and was even set to star alongside her. Insiders claimed Blake felt like her star power was being dimmed, fueling an atmosphere thick with tension. The usual Hollywood rumor mill kicked into high gear. Some speculated that behind Blake's charming public persona lay a fierce ambition for control. Others argued Justin was overreaching, leaving little room for Blake to truly shine. Initially, public sympathy leaned towards Blake. After all, Hollywood has a well-documented history of male directors wielding disproportionate power, while female stars face intense scrutiny. It seemed like the familiar tale of a woman fighting for her voice in a male-dominated industry.
But I was like just tracking him down, and then I finally got to read the script, and the script was a thriller. So that was a little confusing to me because he's like such a funny director.
Yeah.
And so I said, what is this? Because the script is definitely like a twisting, turning, intense thriller. Is it a comedy or a thriller? And he said, yes. So then every day on set, I was like, is today a comedy or is it a thriller?
It's a good mix
and
of both.
Like, yeah, it's like really kind of over the top and campy and trashy and fun and like, kind of like my outfit, I guess.
Early accounts of Emily's leaked footage paint a stark picture. The friction on set wasn't just casual disagreements, it was reportedly intense, direct, and at times deeply uncomfortable. One fragment supposedly shows Blake cornering a script supervisor, aggressively pointing out dialogue changes she demanded. Eyewitness accounts suggest crew members in the background appeared visibly uneasy, as if walking on eggshells around a star who wielded significant, unspoken influence. Blake's tone, described as forceful, shattered any illusion of mere friendly advice. But it was subsequent clips that allegedly exposed something even more unsettling. One recording reportedly captures a conversation between Blake and an associate, where the actress outlines a backup plan if her script notes weren't accepted. The language used, according to insiders, strongly implied that if Justin resisted her creative vision, she was prepared to unleash external forces, to leak stories painting him as neglectful and damaging to the cast. Amidst this swirling chaos, Emily Baldoni remained a quiet observer. Not directly involved in the film's daily grind, she had nonetheless been a constant, supportive presence throughout Justin's career. And as it turns out, Emily had been doing something else: documenting. For personal keepsakes, out of enthusiasm, Emily had been recording behind-the-scenes moments, casual conversations, on-set banter, the everyday minutiae of film production that the public rarely sees. No one, least of all Emily, could have predicted these private tapes, these glimpses into the unvarnished reality of filmmaking, would become potential bombshell evidence. But as the accusations against Justin mounted, Emily reportedly decided to review her archive. Whispers began to circulate that within those tapes lay something explosive, something that could completely redefine how the world viewed Blake Lively's role in this escalating drama. What exactly did these tapes reveal? The answer, if rumors are to be believed, was more shocking than anyone anticipated.
It's a bit of a tough adjustment in our house, but it's good. I mean, I have two other daughters, so my oldest is very into the baby, but my middle child, not so much. But we're thinking of keeping her.
Does she like play with her? What does she think?
Well, she sort of like pretends to play with her. So like in the beginning, our oldest is like loving on her, and she's like very maternal, and then our middle daughter is just keeps away from her.
Emily Baldoni's unexpected emergence as a whistleblower has fundamentally shifted the landscape of this Hollywood drama. Her leaked footage, whether strategically released or born from personal conviction, has presented a starkly different narrative, one that challenges the carefully constructed image of Blake Lively. Blake, once admired for her charm and relatability, now faces a significant challenge in rebuilding public trust. Ryan Reynolds' continued silence only adds fuel to the fire, raising questions about his potential involvement. For Justin Baldoni, the outcome may offer a sense of vindication, his calm demeanor now contrasted against the alleged tactics revealed in the recordings. But beyond this specific scandal, Emily's actions highlight a broader shift in Hollywood power dynamics. In an age of constant documentation, stars may find it increasingly difficult to control the narrative when raw, unfiltered footage can surface from unexpected sources. The question now is, can Blake Lively navigate this crisis and reclaim her public image? Or has Emily Baldoni, with a few leaked videos, exposed a side of Hollywood that can no longer be concealed? This is a story far from over, and the world is... But the narrative took a sharp turn when Justin's team released a series of messages and documents. These weren't just denials. They presented a counter-perspective, suggesting Blake wasn't the victim of a power imbalance, but potentially a key player in manipulating the situation. The records hinted at Blake leveraging her extensive network, allegedly including her husband, A-list actor Ryan Reynolds. Text threads revealed references to powerful allies, even coded as dragons ready to descend if her creative demands weren't met. Whether it was marketing materials, editing choices, or even PR strategy, Blake seemed prepared to pull strings. This alone would have been enough to ignite a firestorm. But then came the bombshell. Blake's own legal counsel abruptly quit, issuing a public statement questioning the authenticity of her story. The lawyer claimed new evidence contradicted Blake's core assertions, a near unprecedented move in Hollywood, signaling a profound lack of faith in their client's version of events.
I mean, honestly, the way that I get into a character is through their style. So it was more about who Lily is that was so fascinating to me, is that she's a walking, talking contradiction, yet it's perfectly harmonious for her.
Forget the red carpets and dazzling smiles. What if the polished facade of Hollywood cracked, revealing a calculated strategy hidden beneath? For months, whispers of on-set tension swirled around a new film project, pitting director Justin Baldoni against star Blake Lively. We thought we knew the story. A power struggle, creative differences, the usual Hollywood drama. But then, someone unexpected stepped into the spotlight. Emily Baldoni, Justin's wife. Long seen as a supportive spouse, Emily suddenly became the epicenter of a scandal no one predicted. Behind-the-scenes video clips, leaked and attributed to Emily, are threatening to rewrite the entire narrative, suggesting Blake Lively orchestrated a plan far more intricate, and some are saying far more evil than anyone imagined. This isn't just another celebrity feud. This could be a Hollywood exposé of epic proportions. The backup plan conversation, if accurately reported, suggests a level of premeditation that goes beyond simple on-set disagreements. The implication of involving external influencers and orchestrating negative leaks points towards a calculated strategy to gain creative control, even at Justin's expense. In ordinary circumstances, such claims might be dismissed as hearsay, fueled by disgruntled sources. But Emily's footage, if legitimate, changes the game. Having these alleged threats and power plays captured on video adds a layer of undeniable tangibility, something rarely seen in the murky world of Hollywood controversies. The revelation that Emily possessed these recordings and then chose to leak them sent shockwaves through the film production and beyond. Motivations are debated. Was it a wife fiercely protecting her husband, or a desire to expose the often hidden power dynamics of a star-driven industry? Whatever the reason, the genie was out of the bottle,